Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of our entitled parents. In today's episode, Mother calls the police from the other side of the world. I finally told them I'm not moving out of my apartment. My mother tried to crash my 16th birthday. Before we get started, make sure to subscribe so you will never miss a video. So let's get started. Mother calls the police from the other side of the world. Okay, so this is my first post and sorry for bad English. I'm Swedish, sray for format, on the phone. We'll edit once you get home. So I was playing some Rainbow Six Siege, solo K, and met this 12 to 14-year-old kid. After the game he invites me to a 1v1 on house. I agreed and the game was on. Now I'm okay at Siege around Platinum 3 and he was maybe Silver something, so for me it was easy game. And this kid was trash talking the whole time like, yeah bro you suck, and oh are you really gonna play, insert different operator, she suck, and so on and on. So the real story begins when he starts using swear words. K equals kid. M equals mother. Me equals Ash Ketchum. K, F asterisk CKU man. Me, silence. M, hey why are you swearing at my son? Me, what? I have not been swearing at your son. M, well I just heard you say frick you to my son. Me, no I did not. M, and why are you killing my son all the time? Me, it's kind of the point of the game to kill the opponent. M, well why is he not killing you? Me, well that may be because I happen to be better at this game than he is. M, I want you to stop killing my son. Me, yeah no, not gonna happen lady. M, you want me to call the cops for assault? Me, good luck ma'am. M, where do you live? Me, Sweden. M, do not lie to me you a asterisk shoal. Me, ma'am why would I lie to you? M, why would you not lie to me to get out of the police coming to your house? Me touche men jaggle jugger factist inte for dig just knew, but I'm lying not to you. M, what is your address? Me, Riksgatan 112 Stockholm, address of the Swedish Parliament. Then there is silence for a while. M, so now I have called to police and they are on the way. Me, sweet, I'll be here waiting for them. M, good, I hope you will enjoy jail. Me, yeah I'm sure I will. Well goodbye, I better get dressed for when the police show up. Bye. I left the game and went to sleep. For what I know the police have not showed up yet, so. Thank you kind Stanger for my first gold. Thank you very much. For those who are wondering, I play Siege on PC. Dispatch 911. What is your emergency? Mom, this boy is killing my son. Dispatch, okay ma'am, what is the address so we can send EMT and the police? Mom, Swedish address. Dispatch, ma'am, that's in another country. Mom, yes, he keeps killing my son. Dispatch, ma'am, what do you mean he keeps killing your son? Mom, in the video game. Now go arrest him before he kills him again. Dispatch hangs up. That is exactly how I expect the convo went. You forget, sends a police officer to handle the case of the abuse of 911. Lesson learned, Swedish are badass. I edited this so no one knows what this is about. So the mom basically threatened to swat you? That idiot who was responsible for the Wichita swatting hoax that got an innocent man killed by the police was just sentenced to 20 years in prison. Oddly, the cop who actually fired his gun at the innocent/unarmed man was not held accountable in any way. R.I.P. Andrew Finch. She might send the manager over, be careful. I love how she says she has called them and they are on their way. She obviously didn't call, they would have laughed her off. I finally told them I'm not moving out of my apartment. And it clearly did not go well. I don't know why I thought it would. I really want my family to just accept the situation, nothing more. I haven't asked for anything else. I believed that they would get used to the idea of a 26-year-old Muslim moving out and being independent. I know that by them offering to cover my rent, in an apartment of their choosing, or going to live in their apartment is another way of control, no matter how much they deny it. I came again this weekend and nothing has changed. I don't understand the necessity of having to be present for them all the time. That doesn't fix relationships? Since the beginning, the word I've heard most is selfish, and when you hear it too many times, I guess you start believing it? It's like I have committed a capital sin. I didn't move out because of illegal issues, or for a man. I moved out because of me, and they find that so hard to believe, and their feelings are valid, they are, but Islam, at least not that I know of, doesn't prohibit women from living alone. I'm so tired of having conversations when it's actually them telling me their point of view and I having to understand theirs, and them feeling frustrated, but when it's the opposite, I feel like how I feel and what I want is not valid, unless they have a say in it. I have constantly said that being part of the family is sacrifice, but do I have to sacrifice me? My happiness? For everyone else? I did it for a long time, and I even considered the worst of the worst because I felt there was no way out. But now that I'm actually being happy and I know that they can feel it, it becomes a problem? They have told me several times to give them explanations of why, and at the beginning I did, but it wasn't an answer they wanted, so I just stopped responding altogether. I'm going back to my apartment and I honestly don't know what the next steps are. I just hate that my siblings are completely against me and that my sister has to deal with my parents' tantrums. NTA. Just do what makes you comfortable. You don't have to engage with that as soon as it starts. Dip out. Enjoy your peace. Another way to shut them up is to simply agree without doing anything about it. If you don't argue, they will eventually run out of steam. You're selfish. Yes, I am, and loving it. You're a sinner. Praise be to Satan. You're fat. Yup, because I love my chocolate. You're ugly. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. You're ruining our family. Is that all it takes? You need to live at home. Interesting concept. And when they stop to take a breath, get up, tell them this was so much fun, I can't wait for the next time, and leave. These are fantastic. Controlling and misogynistic. Not a fan of religion for this very reason. Most religions are misogynistic and patriarchal. Women are objects to be controlled and they need to sacrifice themselves for family, and especially for men. They have no moral grounds in their arguments. Their issue is not being in full control of your life. Let them know that your happiness should be important to them and be prepared to go and see if they don't stop. Stop going over to them. It's a vicious cycle which can't be broken if you stay. My mother tried to crash my 16th birthday. Hey everyone. I previously posted in the AITA subreddit about a situation between myself and my parents, mostly my mother. TLDR, I was parentified and forced to devote 99% of my free time to my younger brother. I got fed up and ran to my grandmother. Parents surrendered legal custody of me to her. There are more details in the 2 posts I made about the topic. Things have been going smoothly. I'm doing well in school, taking some extracurriculars, robotics and debate team, and still have time to read and hang out with friends. I have started to communicate with my dad, my decision. Never in person, just over the phone. Mostly it's small talk. I talk about school and classes, and he gives me updates on Matt, my little brother. I've not said a word to my mother directly since the day custody was given to my grandmother. The last time we spoke, my dad told me that Matt had realized I was no longer around and became more agitated. They hired a nanny to help out, but both my parents were still forced to cut back their hours. That was a week and a half ago. This past Saturday, I had my dream birthday party, which was themed after books. My birthday cake looked like a stack of books, snacks were themed after literary genres, and everyone came dressed as book characters. I dressed as Sherlock Holmes. We had a very cozy venue all to ourselves, and it was great. It was a very chill, relaxed party. My grandmother hired security for the party, with a strict list of who was allowed. This was due to a couple of bullies at school who heard about my party and threatened to crash it. The party ended after a few hours, and most of the guests left. The ones left were my grandmother, myself, one of the guards, and my two closest friends. I excused myself to go to the restroom, and when I came out, one of my friends met me halfway down the hall. She tried to push me back into the restroom, saying my mother had shown up and was demanding to see me. I told nobody from my family about this party, not my dad, not even the family members who supported me, because of this exact possibility. I also didn't post about it on social media. I heard yelling from my grandmother and decided to confront the situation myself. The security guard was holding my mom back, and my grandmother was livid. The second my mother saw me, she became irate, screaming that I was a disgrace, that she was never going to let me just cut her off, and if I knew what was good for me, I'd come home. I didn't feel scared or even angry. I was just tired. I kind of sighed, pulled out my phone, and told her I was calling the police. It was up to her if she stayed to face them, but either way, I was filing a no-contact order. She went pale, screamed at me one last time, then ran off, getting into her car and speeding away. I was glad it didn't happen during the party, but it left me shaken. Needless to say, my grandmother and I will be speaking to our attorney tomorrow. I'm still not sure how she found out about the party, which is what spooks me the most. Do entitled/narcissistic parents just have some ability that lets them repeatedly attempt to screw up their kids' lives? I'm starting to feel like I'll have to watch out for my mom the rest of my life. Getting a restraining order now is sadly good idea. I am sorry kid, your parents suck so bad. Also, you need to have your lawyer contact your father and warn him his insane wife could have him lose contact with him forever, which I think it is likely if you are speaking he doesn't really wants. To answer your question, yes, they try to ruin their children's life whenever they can. Why? Because they don't see that they are in fault, because they are too self-absorbed to have common sense. In their eyes, always others will be at fault. Have you spoken to your dad since this incident, or do you intend to? Or are you going and see with him too? If you speak to him, maybe he can give you information who told your mom, because this person needs to get out of the picture. I have this for you. Sums up pretty perfectly how narcissists are. Have you checked to see if your phone has any type of tracking software on it? Maybe it's time to get a new phone just in case. I thought about that, and my grandmother agreed. We checked over my phone to see if there was anything of the sort and found nothing. Definitely considering a new phone. The best way to get back at your mother is to keep a relationship with your father. She sees you as property. It means you have an information leak. Happy birthday. Big hugs. Beautiful job handling your momster. Blessings of protection and joy. If you made it to the end of the video, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share, and we will see you in the next video.